Starting with Yellow Rush, what is Nightingale starting with? This looks to be Yellow Control.
Oh, finally, a yellow control player. Nice. So, yeah, this is... Okay, it looks like the yellow tempo list we played at the last tournament. So, my guess is this should be good against Yellow Rush.
Desert Twister. Do you think Nightingale's running the list that you played in the qualifier or in the
Yeah,
$3,000
I
tournament,
think
or do
it,
you think this might be his own take and maybe he's just running one Twister?
I think it's gonna be based on the list I was running. Well, we were both running it, so...
Right.
But, no cards I've seen yet are, um, sort of unique, but that doesn't really mean much. So yeah, pretty standard play here from Nightingale. Step up, collect, block the lands, and step back with the Desperate School to play around Vampire. So
Yeah,
it's
and
very classic standard.
because Crunchy only has one desert, he can't play a haste unit, step down and get the aggressive desert. He still has to make one that's within his paths. So
Okay, so he vampires anyway, and is he soul draining both? My goodness.
that would be a good heads-up play to soul drain both, because it'd
Yeah.
be playing around Wind Soldier or Outland Ranger with Campfire Soul Drain or anything like that. So
So yeah, I mean Nightingale has a lot of mana but no tempo, and he really needs to keep making deserts. So I guess you just vampire back, just because it can clear up. It clears up the vampire before
would you consider just playing the Outland Ranger instead to block a turn and then make a desert to the bottom left so that it can't step to the well to collect and then get that
So
land?
you're thinking
So
Outlander to Campfire?
yeah, it would be make a desert here and play the Outland Ranger here and then just
I,
pass. Because
I
then
mean
if he steps down left to trade, he can't make this land because it's already been made.
I don't hate it, but I do worry that Wind Soldiers put you in a big hole. But okay,
Oh,
so
so now this is pretty nice because he gets to get a
yeah, this
vampire on two targets.
so Nightingale decided he wasn't too worried about Wind Soldier, which is fine because his play. So he wasn't blocking lands, but he was inviting CrunchyBacon to step down and set him up for a double vampire. And yeah, it was only Wind Soldier because Soul Drain. Well, two Soul Drains had been played, a vampire had
That's
been played, and it had 3 HP anyway.
that is an amazing draw for Crunchy. He gets to activate his counterspell and he gets the Deathwalker to contest the vampire.
Yeah, I mean, that's very good for Crunchy, but I'd still probably give the edge to, well, I guess everything trades off here, so it's pretty close.
I think I
I,
agree with you that Nightingale has the edge slightly, but at
it's
least
very
Crunchy is
close.
not out of the game now.
Yeah, so I guess the Eradrin Fanatic pushes the 7/7 to collect before you kill the Deathwalker, and then you need to be careful. Oh, actually, there's a really big problem for Nightingale, that he can't play around vampires here if he plays the Fanatic. So maybe you just have to not play it because you actually just lose the game if you play the Fanatic and it gets vampired along with the Death Wish. Or hmm, I guess you could trade with the 7/7 and then push the Eradrin Fanatic to the left well to collect. Then only one creature gets vampired. I mean it's a tough position. Like Nightingale's yeah,
Yeah,
so a lot of Nightingale's land placements early were like he was placing them either for immediate safety, like where he summons his Outland Ranger, or for value, like letting his Death Wish Ghoul collect. But he hasn't really been interfering with his opponent's lands much, which is now he's why he's now in this position where there's nowhere safe to play around vampires. So we'll see. Okay, that's cool.
so he decides just to stay away from the Deathwalker. It's got cooties, you don't want to touch it.
Yeah, I mean, and he's got a turn. Like the Deathwalker could go collect, but it notably can't hit face. And which is so that's a lot of why blocking the lands of Yellow Rush is so important. If you keep them from doing anything for like all their creatures one turn further away, it's huge. And look
And
at
what
this.
a draw.
Yeah, so he's now on 5 deserts and he has a Last Nightmare. Like that's insane for him.
Do you consider double landing here so that he only has the one desert spot? Or
Um,
do you just make a desert?
I think I would make a desert northwest of the Deathwish Ghoul. because that's the last really important vampire spot.
Right.
So, I mean, the land he did isn't bad either.
Yeah, you have to fear the opponent just plays a vampire, and that's one of their ways to come back in, like Vampire Soul Drain. So I
Yeah,
liked your play of making the desert to the northwest of the ghoul, but he's gonna opt in to just, get rid of one of the aggressive spots.
okay. So
The
now it's,
highway, as it's referred to.
yeah. So, I mean, that spot's the one that lets the opponent play for value a bit by letting them collect and hit face.
Right.
Interesting. Oh,
Oh,
so
Crunchy
Crunchy
Bacon
drew a card.
draws into Vampire, right?
No, he had the vampire for about 3 turns, which is why I kept talking about it. I guess he just wanted to draw more than he wanted to make a land and double vampire. But he's going to take 3 more damage for 1 card, and yeah, I don't know. That doesn't seem worth it to me.
Hmm.
So you could Desert Twister out the vampire and push it if you wanted to buy more time since you're collecting. Is there any way to kill it? Not an obvious one.
What if you just Outland Ranger? Oh, he is gonna push it with the Twister, okay.
Interestingly pushed it there, but it's not a bad place to put it. Is he just going to opt in for this race? Like, he could...
If you opted in for a race, wouldn't you
Oh,
put it in a spot to collect? Like summon
yeah,
it
you could have
in
pushed
this
exactly,
spot, push it
directly
up
for
to
feet.
underneath the wall, which means you can fly up to hit face and make
Yeah,
aggressive lands.
yeah, that was pretty much just a better spot for it. So, I mean, it's going to be interesting. This vampire is out of the way for a long time. And so this Death Wish Ghoul... Oh, that was an insanely good draw. Because now he can push the Death Wish Ghoul to trade with the Monk. Oh, he already had the Fnatic. Interestingly,
Yeah.
is he playing... No, he can play both, right?
Yeah, he's gonna play both,
And
I
you play-
imagine.
and you
It's a
push the
bit
vampire.
unfortunate he didn't do the play that we had pointed out, because he would have actually been able to hit face, collect from the top right wall, and then push it to collect from the top left wall if he wanted to.
Oh, I think the way he's played, you just push the vampire again.
Yeah, you're gonna push it back onto the desert where it was.
Yeah, exactly. And I think I would have played the 5-5-1 square to the left, so that you only gave Crunchy 1 surface area on your face. But I don't know if it's going to matter. Like the desert twisters and the pushes have made this vampire.
What do you
pretty
think of
relevant.
summoning the Celis right here to try and block the Windworn Champion?
How big is it? 6/6?
Yeah.
I mean, you need to do something impactful, so that probably means you're summoning it. What are the other lines? You could,
Wind Soldier Deathwalker?
but there's nowhere to. That's just weaker, isn't it? Oh,
Well, you make a
Oh,
6/5 and
could
you
it-
scale up. Oh, he's gonna double Wind Soldier the Champion.
oh,
Are you
okay.
winning the race if you do that?
I'm not sure. It's gonna be tough, but everything was gonna be tough.
And the third champion.
Yep, I mean, that's a pretty good draw.
Now,
Let's call
Crunchy Bacon's
vampires.
got to be really sad about his vampire. Granted,
Yeah.
it has been collecting.
Yeah.
Oh, and
Well-
Crunchy is playing Sagittarius. Have we seen that from
No,
him?
I don't think we've seen it yet, but I could be wrong.
Oh no, we did. Against, was it Paperino who summoned the Queen's card next to it?
Oh,
Crunchy
yeah,
could have Deathwalkered it. So we've seen
yeah,
one.
you're right.
I would think it's just a one of then, with how little we've seen it.
Maybe.